What's up ninjas, Brendan here. We're continuing AI development with Injective, and today is all about OpenRouter. We're going to learn what it is and how to set it up for using and building applications. Let's dive in. So what is OpenRouter? It is a service where you buy some credits and you get an API key. The API key can be used to access various LLM models from different providers, and as the name implies, OpenRouter will route your request to the different AI providers. This is convenient because you don't need to juggle accounts with multiple providers, so it just makes your life easier. So let's go to their website and you can see, just highlight this, one API for any model. That's the main thing. Right? And it gives you access to literally any LLM that's out there. So if you go to their website and you go to /models, right? This page will take you several minutes to scroll through, right? You can search for, let's say, Gemini. There you go. Got a bunch of Gemini ones. GPT, get a bunch of OpenAI ones. Let's see, Claude. And you get Claude models from Anthropic. You can even get the open source Chinese models as well. Qwen, DeepSeek. There you go. So you get a whole bunch of LLM models, and there are so many of them that you wouldn't have time to explore all of them. So at this point, what you want to do is to set up and create an account. I've already done that, right? So I'm logged in already, and I'll pause this video while you go ahead and create your account. All right, now that you have an OpenRouter account, the first thing that you need to do is to purchase some credits. This is super cheap and I recommend starting with $20. So I'm going to click on this icon in the corner and click on credits, right? And you'll see that you've navigated to settings credits, right? And here you want to press the add credits button and follow the payment instructions. I've already done this recently, and as you can see, I've added 20 bucks and used up a few cents worth of credits so far. So pause this video while you go ahead and purchase some credits. All right. So I'm going to assume now that you have an account and you have some credits purchased in OpenRouter and you're almost ready to start using it. And the next thing to do is to create an API key. So again, go over here and click on keys, right? And as you can see here, I've already set up some API keys, right? But what you'll want to do is create an API key by pressing this button here, give it whatever name you want, a credit limit, a reset limit, and an expiration. These three are optional. So let's say I do this, right? And press create. And then you can copy this key over here. And you need to make sure that you copy and paste it into a text file, because once you close this dialog, it's gone forever, right? I'm just going to delete that. Right, and as you can see, I've created several keys in the past and I segregate them by different use cases. All right, now that you have an open account, an OpenRouter account, purchase some credits, and you have configured an API key, you're ready to use it elsewhere. This includes within OpenWeb UI, vibe coding tools like Brew modes, and even your own custom AI agents that you build. And now it's time for a quiz. Let's recap what we have learned in this video. So why would you use OpenRouter? And here are the options. Give you a second. And the answer is this and this. OpenRouter gives you access to many different models and across multiple providers. The other thing it does is that you can have a single account with an API key, and you can use that in wherever you want. You don't have to create an OpenAI account and a Anthropic account, for example. You just have one account and it gives you everything. This one is incorrect, right? OpenRouter doesn't provide you a built-in API chat interface or anything like that. It just gives you access to the APIs. All right, question 2. There are 3 of these in total, by the way. OpenRouter gives you access to models from which providers, right? So does it give you access to localhost or self-hosted LLMs, means running on your own computer, or these OpenAI, Anthropic, and Gemini models, or Qwen and DeepSeek? Give you a second to think about that. And the answer is basically this and this, right? It gives you access to these models and many, many more. But what it doesn't give you access to is or are any models that you run on your own computer. All right, final question. Which of the following do you need to use OpenRouter in other applications? API key, credits, and an account with each LLM provider. Pause this for a second to give you time to think. And the answer is the API key and the credits. You need both of these, right? This is to pay for the tokens. When you talk to the LLMs, they are charged by token, which is, a few characters or subgroups of words, etc. And API keys are basically an authentication and authorization mechanism to access your credits. What you don't need is to create an account with multiple LLM providers. As said before, you just need one account with OpenRouter. And that's it.